Romeo wants to invest in some shares. He decides to buy shares in YAA Bank. He buys 2,500 shares when the price per share is $23.50. What's the value of the shares bought? Well, that's just going to be 2,500 times $23.50. So we just need to calculate that. So 2,500 multiplied by 23.50, 587.50. The broker charges 1.5% commission on the purchase. What's the total amount Romeo paid for the shares? So we're going to want 1.5%, so that's 0.015 multiplied by 58,750. So multiply our last answer by 0.015, 88125. And so the total is going to be that added to that. So $59,631.25. YAA Bank made a profit of $100 million for the year. They decided to pay 15% of the profit in dividends to shareholders, and there are 4 million shares in circulation. So, how much was distributed in dividends? Well, that's just going to be 15% of 100 million. And obviously we can calculate that, 0.15 multiplied by that, it's just going to be 15 million. It's not a difficult calculation. What's the dividend payment per share? So we've got the 15 million divided by 4 million, because that's how many shares there are out there. And that is going to give us, so all we need to do here is 15 divided by 4, $3.75. What was the dividend payment received by Romeo? Well, we know that he has 2,500 shares. So just multiply that by 2,500. And that is 9,375. At the time of the dividend distribution, the market price of the share was $26. What was the dividend yield? Well, we can see the formula here. So the dividend per share, we've already worked that out in the previous part, that was $3.75. Market price of the share was 26, and multiplied by 100 to make it into a percentage. So what do we have? We have 3.75 over 26 multiplied by 100, 14.42%. Calculate the price to earnings ratio for YAA Bank for the year using this formula. Well, the market price per share, we already know from the last part of the question, it was 26. The earnings per share, though, are the earnings for the company. Now, they earned 100 million in profit, but they have 4 million shares in circulation. So obviously you could do this on the calculator, but it's pretty quick. So that's going to be 25. So our PE is going to be 26 divided by 25. So 26 divided by 25 gives us 1.04. Another bank, BBB Bank, paid 20% of their 200 million profit as dividends to the holders of their 7 million shares, valued at $30 per share. Based entirely on PE, which of the two banks should Romeo have had shares in? So, some of this is actually irrelevant. It doesn't matter that they paid 20%. So, the market price per share, we already know that, that's 30. But we don't know the annual earnings per share, but we do have the profit and the number of shares. So 200 million divided by 7 million. So 200 divided by 7 is 28.57 and so on. So the PE here is going to be 30 divided by the 28.57 and so on. So we'll just do 30 divided by my last answer is 1.05. So based on PE, although they're really close, this one, the one he had shares in, is better. Remember, a lower PE is better.